Welcome to today's Cozy Creature live stream. We've been doing so many of these. I feel like we've already done like 13 or 14 of these. I don't even know. Hi, Hogwarts notebook. Yes, this is like obviously my fall themed notebook. It's just perfect. So welcome cohorts to today's Cozy Creature drawing live stream. I'm gonna like light my candles because I feel like that would be cozy. And nobody mentioned anything about it bothering them last time, so I think that works. Hi, yogurt level, OMG, black nails, slay. They're actually like dark green. Guys, look at my candle. It says cohort vibes and it has Lynn. So cute. It's like winter themed. I love it. I'm gonna light it today. So I feel like that would be perfect for the live stream. But yeah, I painted them like dark green and I went and saw Wicked for good yesterday. So I love the musical, the Broadway musical. And so when I go see the Wicked movies, I like fully dress up. Green stripy socks, pointy heels, like green blouse, green everything. I am an Elphaba, so. Hello, this is the 15th one. Yes. Hi, Yogurt. I saw Wicked too. It was so much fun. I think it's so much fun to see a musical again. Like as a movie, it's just bring back musicals, honestly. Okay, you guys. I'm such a musical theater fan, so I love going to see a movie musical, and it's been so fun. Let me know what you thought of it. I honestly would love to share every single thought that I have about it because I actually was a film major in college, and I'm a big film buff, but that's not really what this channel is about. But if anyone would ever be interested in randomly hearing me sort of rant about my film opinions, I'd be more than thrilled to do that. Can today's creature be based on a musical? Good idea. Please no spoilers. Oh, of course not. I would never. I actually am like very, very, very anti-spoilers. Like growing up, even if someone would be like, please tell me what happens, I still wouldn't because I like to protect the integrity of whatever it is. Anyways, let's get started, you guys. Let's get started. So this is the creature that we drew last live stream. His name is Winston Wisp. He's a little elf. Love him. He's kind of like sashaying us from fall into winter. That's kind of his purpose. So I put him at the end of the creature harvest chart. And let's just go through some of my characters while you guys come into the live and maybe perhaps come up with some ideas. We already have some that we've thought of pre-live stream that I'll mention, but this is Tater Tot. You guys really liked him, which I kind of anticipated because I feel like when I draw a small, simple, conceptual little creature, you guys love them the most, like Boulder vibes. If you know, you know. But this is Tater Tot. We have Will-O-Wisp. These are not all of the October creatures, or sorry, not October, November. Just some of my favorites. Scowler, I really like him as well. Aroma and Cider also brought a lot of new viewers to this channel, so welcome if you're here. Someone said, OMG, I love Tater Tot. Thank you. I really like him too. Tater Tot is just a baby. He really is. He's relatable for me because I feel like he's just an only child. And I'm an only child. And he just has only child vibes, honestly. I sadly have no idea where she's shipping from, but one of my favorite YouTubers released merch and his shipping is €5. I'm not sure which shipping service she uses. Oh, okay, are we talking about merch? Okay, wait, I'll get into that in a second. Let me just finish going through my creatures and then we'll talk about it. This is Cloven Huff. I love her, and you guys really liked her too. And then I also made her this cohort named Clive, and it's her crush. And I will definitely be making more cow-themed characters, I think. But these are the only ones that are kind of autumnal for now. So maybe I'll make more. And this is the pose we're going with today. Very simple, very straightforward, because I feel like it gives us more freedom to come up with ideas. So I didn't put any arms. He's standing. I also didn't, like the feet are just kind of there because I felt like we could change them, put different shoes, put him on his tippy toes, etc. So this is the pose for today. Start thinking of ideas. Let's get started. So someone mentioned really quickly shipping. So for those who don't know, because I really didn't announce it, I kind of just like made a little post about it. And I will talk about it more in a video, but I did launch merchandise. I just have one t-shirt right now with Lynn the Goblin. She's the little goblin that's on this candle. And the shirt is really comfy. It's 100% cotton. It comes in an adult size and a kid size. The kid size is like basically, like I wear the kid size, but then like, cause it's kind of like a bigger kid size, so it's still oversized, but like you could wear it more as a normal t-shirt, and then the adult one is more like oversized. And then on the back it says Creature Nation in green in my classic lettering, and then on the inside label it says Zoe Sophia. It has my signature. And I will talk about it in a video, but the shipping is kind of expensive, and I'm assuming that's just because of where I'm shipping from. I'm not using a service to do that. That's literally just me creating the products and shipping them out myself. However, because I know it is kind of expensive for some people, this is truly just the beginning of my shopping experience. So this is just my first foray into that. But I am going to be launching some other products soon, like very soon, that are much smaller and like won't be any sort of terrible expensive shipping cost for you guys. So I think if you are kind of like, okay, the shipping is really expensive, but I still want to like get creature merch, that is coming, and that will continue to come. So yeah, that's what I'll have to say about that. As for the shipping price, there's literally just nothing I can do about it. But I am working on it. Like there are other, you know, like I said, other products and stuff that are coming. Another thing to mention, I'm pretty sure she's American though. Who is going to be on the stickers? How did you, how did you know there were stickers? I was going to say, but I did post about it. Should I tell you guys? I don't know if I should tell you guys, because that's going to be coming very soon. The stickers are coming like soon. I'm not going to say exactly when, because I need to make sure that they're all perfect before I actually launch them. But who's going to be on the stickers? I will say recent characters, recent popular characters. Shipping isn't based so much on what the product is, it's how far. So it's based upon, yeah, it's not about really what the product is. It's about the size of the thing that you're shipping it in, whether that's a box or an envelope, and yes, where you're shipping it to. So anyways, you guys, let's get started with this character. We can talk more and more about shipping and such, but let's get started. So some ideas that you guys have already mentioned. If you're new, by the way, this is just, I feel like we're just kind of chatting, but how this normally works is we just come up with ideas for the drawing, and I write them all here so that we all know kind of where the drawing is headed and what we're doing. And yeah, you can kind of keep track of what's going on if you come in and out of the live. So I actually had someone earlier today mention, could we make a Thanksgiving themed creature, was one idea. So I'm going to write that down because that is an option, which is kind of fun. I know that's kind of not really relevant to people who aren't in America, but at the same time, I feel like it is, just because the food of Thanksgiving is kind of just autumnal. And then the other suggestion in the earlier comment today was a Christmas enthusiast creature that's already decorating his tree, and the star on top being his cohort as the first advent, which I really like that idea too. So I'm going to write holiday enthusiast. Holiday enthusiast. Kind of like he's just getting a little ahead of himself, decorating a little too early. Okay, so that was just, I just wanted to point that out. And that's also, I kept that in mind, kind of drawing this character pose, just because, sorry, I'm just like realizing that I didn't put a Band-Aid on. I kind of need to put a Band-Aid on just because, I don't know, the way that I draw, it just kind of like, I need a Band-Aid. Let me read the comments. Will it be before Christmas, if you don't mind me asking? The stickers, absolutely. Yes, they will be like way before. Hopefully before December 1st. Maybe salamander. That's interesting. Okay, wait, salamander for today's creature, is that what we're talking about? Hold on, sorry, I just have to put on a Band-Aid, you guys. I really, like, I don't know. It's just the way that I draw. I need a Band-Aid on. Otherwise, it kind of just hurts, so. Pro tip, if you draw a lot, put a Band-Aid on. Oh, salamander. 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 I just hate those early holiday type people. That's so funny. Wait, turkey, someone said? Turkey is actually a good idea. Wait, that would actually be kind of cute. I don't know if you guys know this, if I've mentioned this, but I'm vegetarian. And for me, like, I don't eat, obviously that means I don't eat turkey. And like, for me, I'm a turkey advocate. I don't like what happens to them on Thanksgiving. So we could make like a happy little turkey person that's, alive and well. Or someone dressed up in a turkey outfit. Oh, someone said salamander, which is kind of like out of nowhere. Like, that's kind of not really like related to anything that we're talking about. But at the same time, I also kind of like it because, like I said, my nails are green and yeah. So yeah, someone said, I hate those early holiday type people. It's so funny. It's such a specific type of person. But if you think that it's kind of irritating that people like celebrate, like start decorating super early, we could bring that into the character. Like, we could make like a little Karen. We could make a Karen. Guys, would that be fun or would that be mean? I think that'd be kind of cute. Where I'm from, I don't get snow. So around which time does it start to snow? It really depends. I feel like it can start snowing in like November, but hopefully then December so that it could be like cozy for the holidays. And then I feel like it really snows in like February, honestly. I feel like that's January, February. But yeah, I'm from locations that have seasons, so. Can today's creature be based on a musical? Oh, that's what someone said. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. A musical. I mean, you don't need to tell me twice. I am such a musical theater nerd, and I grew up, performing in musicals and such. My family eats green beans for Thanksgiving. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, since someone said that my creature today, because I haven't yet posted my November creature for today, which is day 21 of Creature Harvest, and today's creature is green bean themed because I'm starting, since we're getting close to that sort of Thanksgiving time, a lot of the rest of my November creatures are going to be like Thanksgiving food vibes. So today's is green bean themed. I'll be posting it later this evening after the live. You already wrote salamander. Wait, did I? Wow. Guys, I don't know how I did that. How did I do that? Well, all right. Salamander squared. Thank you. Okay, now I've noticed everyone's letting me know. Okay. While you guys, you wrote, oh yeah, I did write salamander twice. Anyways, I'm just going to start drawing. So first things first, I'm going to draw the ear because should we make a giant ear or a small ear? What are we thinking? I kind of like when the ears are bigger, like it's very elf-like, and that just brings me joy. But I don't know, what do you guys think about making a little, like, anticipatory holiday creature? I feel like that would be cute. And yeah, I mean, when we think about like merchandise and stickers and things, like, would you guys be excited to see more like recent creatures on stickers? Because that's probably what's happening. I'm currently waiting right now for the stickers to come, so I'm really excited. And those will obviously be more reasonably priced for you guys if the shipping for the shirt is too expensive. Okay, there's an ear. You guys let me know what you think of the ear. A cousin for the younger wisp. That's an interesting. All right, cousin wisp. Cousin wisp. So fun. His name was Winston Wisp. I really like this bigger ear, but I feel like it's just not quite the right shape. So I'm just going to change it a little bit. Just sort of like, yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Sometimes I just like take a second to draw. I am obsessed with your handwriting, someone said. Thank you. Thank you very much. When I write, like, when I really write longhand, my handwriting is cursive, but this is then just how I write otherwise. For, various things. Okay, I think that's good. Wow, I'm realizing I haven't drawn yet today, like physically with my pencil, so I'm feeling a little off. That's why that took a second, but I like that ear. OMG, a turkey outfit. Honestly, could be kind of cute, right? I don't really know how we would get that across, but it's definitely an option. So I feel like honestly, the most consistent theme with what you guys are saying is kind of Thanksgiving themed, or holiday themed, or musical themed. Actually, now I'm realizing they're all kind of different. Anyways, um, either way, let's get started. I'm going to start with the eyes. And you guys can just sort of guide me from here if you like the eyes that I'm drawing, or if you think they should be kind of different, or if they should be closed, or if they should be more almondy or more round. And we can I feel like sometimes when we start drawing the expression, it helps us to see what the concept of the character is actually going to be. So there we go. But honestly, when the suggestion was made earlier today that we could do the creature putting the star on top of the tree as the cohort, since it's the first Advent coming up, I kind of liked that idea, and I kind of pictured this pose like he could be, putting something somewhere. Like, I haven't drawn the arms yet. But I don't know, I thought that could be feasible and plausible. So I think just a big round eye to start. It's honestly quite good. I'm also wearing like my green ring. Guys, I really enjoyed Wicked. And I just I have the songs in my head, and it's hard to not hum them, but it's so annoying when someone's just like humming a song that they can't get out of their head. So I'm not going to do that. I'm really going to actively try not to do that. Okay, wait. Is anyone else lagging? Oh no, is it lagging? I'm not sure. Please let me know if it's lagging. That would be so irritating. I can't have it. Someone says, what I've gathered, shipping services are 4 times cheaper. Well, I don't really know what you're referencing specifically. I can only go off of the specific items that I have and the specific shipping that I'm doing. And, where I am physically located. So that is relevant. You know what I mean? But like I said, if it's too much, I'm working on it for other products. And yeah, we're doing stickers soon. Oh my gosh, hi, it's been so long. Hi, Fairy. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining. As you can see, we're not that far along yet. We've mainly just been talking about the merchandise that I dropped and potential future merchandise. And we've been talking about Wicked because I saw it yesterday. And for this creature, I think we might do something either holiday themed or just like festive or Thanksgiving-y. One idea was to do like that person that just celebrates and starts decorating for the holidays like really early. We thought that could be kind of fun. We could do like a little Karen. I kind of liked that idea. I'd love to order every type of merch you would ever put out, but shipping is a problem for me. I know. Okay, I'm working on it. I am going to continue to, figure that out. Definitely, if you want to order the next merch that I'm going to put out, which is going to be the stickers, obviously that will be much more affordable. And yeah, I'm back after my long absence. I have finally returned. Hello. Welcome back. We haven't created that much yet, honestly. I just sort of started the drawing. So I think we're going to make someone either Thanksgiving themed or maybe just like holiday themed. I don't really know. We haven't fully decided yet. I mean, you can see from the list of ideas that salamander was written twice and everything else was written once. So yeah. I'm kind of liking this eye shape. I think that's pretty good. I think that might be the best we're going to get for now. Hi, new people. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I'm very thrilled to have you here. Truly. and gravy salamander. See, you're just hopping right in with the ideas. I don't know, you guys. I don't really know. But I'm going to get started with this sort of eye expression. So let's kind of decide before I do, is this going to be someone that's kind of sly and, I don't know, mischievous? Or is this someone who's like wide-eyed and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Wait, so you're planning on making stickers? That's a splendiferous idea. Yes, I am making stickers, and they're probably going to come soon. I can't say how soon because I still have to make sure that everything's perfect. But hopefully before December 1st is my plan. And then I have one other merchandise item, which is my Lynn the Goblin shirt. Here's Lynn. Oops, I just got wax on my paper. My bad. But yeah, that is already up on my store. Someone asked, has anyone bought it? Yes, people have bought it, and I'm very excited. Yes. I can't believe I accidentally did that. That's like kind of wild. But anyways. Laughs. Salamander. Yes. Salamander squared. Thank you. Thank you for articulating that. As for splendiferous, yes, it's very splendiferous. It's very exciting. I'm so excited. They're going to be creatures that are recent, like from recent series. So that's what we're going to do to start. And then we'll see where we go from there. Because I'm still kind of working on it. That's honestly why I only dropped one item. Because I could drop more. Like I could just like throw everything up there. But I want to make sure that everything's perfect for you guys. And I have made sure that the shirts are absolutely perfect. And I love them so much. And I love the quality and I love the way that they turned out. And I had to go through like a bunch of samples to get to the right ones. So just know that any merchandise I put out, it's been very carefully curated. And I am like really proud of it. So there's just going to be wax on this creature's paper. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. Someone said, unfortunately, I have as much money as I have a will to live. I am going to assume that's dark humor, because you should absolutely be excited to be alive. But I get what you're saying. It's relatable. But yeah, I'll be coming out with stickers, which will be much more affordable. Eats candle, literally. What if you made this character's body a turkey? We thought about it. Can this creature be made out of candle wax? We have a creature made out of candle wax, but we could bring it full circle. We could have another creature made out of candle wax, like a sibling, you know, that's an option. That's a potential option. Because our last one was Phoebe, who was sitting upon the slice of pie, and she sort of like is the candle. The candle does look tasty, yes. Yes, let's do it. I'll write that down. I'll write down candle wax. Candle wax. His name could be like Ken Waxworthy or something. I don't know. Just a thought. All right, guys, let me know. Sly and mysterious or like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? What are we going for? Because that really changes the way I'm going to do the shape of the eyelid. You feel me? They should be like a brand new candle, whereas Phoebe has already been lit. Wait, I actually really like that idea because this one's like standing up perfectly straight. And Phoebe's already sitting, so she could already be melting. And this one's like perfectly straight. I like that. I really, really like that. Oh my gosh, and you know what we could do? They could be standing on a candlestick, which could be kind of interesting. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I think. How about, oh, wait. Hi, Bald Diva. I know it's you because of the profile picture. Everything looks tasty to me. That wasn't me saying that. I was reading a comment. Hello, Bald One. I forget your name. Yes, exactly. Zoe, do you know Ash Nico? Musical artist? I don't know any of the music, but I have heard of her. Bright and excited. Okay, I guess we can agree bright and excited. So how I think that's going to go is these kind of eyelids. Because if you want to go sly, we go more like straight across. You know what I mean? So this is more awake and more alert, which I feel like would make sense if she is a candle. But it could be fun to make a really ornate candlestick. you know, and she's like perfectly perched. Is this wax bothering you guys? Can you even see it? Shocked that you've heard of her because she's disappointingly non-popular. Oh, well, all right. I feel like I really have heard of her. Like, that's a very, like, name that I can, like, picture being spoken about. So, I don't know, though. I did go to, like, a liberal arts college, so I've probably heard of more random niche artists because of that. I can see the candle wax, but since you're drawing a candle, it's even better. Okay, so are we doing a candle? I feel like you guys maybe want that. And I would be honestly super down. And we can really bring it together. So, I think, when I picture someone who's like a fresh candle, I'm trying to think what type of nose we're really looking for. Like, is it going to be kind of cute or kind of like long and Dumbledore-ish? These lives bring me joy. That is quite uncommon, so thank you, Zoe. That brings me joy. And these lives bring me so much joy, so thank you. You know, you kind of write and speak like Lemony Snicket. Has anyone ever told you that? Because that's really the way you type. I've noticed that in a lot of your comments. I don't feel like this is the right creature for a candle. Interesting. Hot take, hot take. I just realized there's a creature on that candle. Yes, there is. And I can't show you again because I accidentally dripped candle wax. But it's Lynn the Goblin, and then it says cohort vibes underneath, and it smells so good. I love it. Too short. I thought we decided on a candle way. Anyway, on a candle. Anyway, what if the hair is dripping wax? That's how, should I find Phoebe? She's just kind of like under, oh my gosh, you guys, we have to like get a move on because we're already 28 minutes into the live. Or maybe 27 minutes in because I think I was a little teensy bit late. I think I was like 1 minute late. Hold on. I'm just going to look for her really quickly so we can compare for those who don't know or weren't here for that live. I'm realizing it's kind of precarious to have candles. This is only the second time I've put candles in the frame. But I'm just like, don't want anything to catch flame. Anyways. So yeah, this is Phoebe. She's sort of like, her hair is the melted candle wax, and she is the candle atop the pumpkin pie. So that's kind of a reference. I even feel like since this, my drawings have even gotten better, or just different, you know, just improvement on certain things. Dumbledore-ish, peak word, I know, right? If he's made out of candle wax, can his name be Waxton? Exactly, that's what I was picturing, something just like that. Lemony Snicket, yes. Are you questioning who that is? Or are you questioning what I'm saying? The guy who wrote the series of unfortunate events. My gratitude is immeasurable with that comparison. Yes, exactly. It's really giving series of unfortunate events. And since you do speak like that and have dark humor, yet an articulate way of speaking that's quite humorous at the same time, I mean, you could honestly romanticize your life in that way. Yes. So, guys, we have to continue. All right. What is the person looking at? Are we looking out? Are we looking down? Are we looking at our nose? You know, what are we doing? I have to kind of decide. All right. In my head, someone who is a fresh candle has a nose that's Dumbledore-ish. Like that. I know that's not really what he's giving, because he kind of looks kind of like cute and like, I feel like you'd expect kind of like a cutesy nose, but I feel like that's what a candle would look like. I don't know. I'm so sad that I can't see my name as the Bald Diva anymore. Why can't you? What have they done? Is this a YouTube update? I love it when you randomly pull out a British accent. Honestly, I would pull it out more, but I don't want to be like, you know, annoying. But I've thought about, I think in some of my videos, I'm just going to do a British accent because they're so short. And I feel like it'll throw people off, but truly, I can do a pretty convincing British accent. I know that I only come in here and do certain little words or moments, but I can fully commit. I could commit for a full live stream. I really could. Maybe they're looking up. They can't be looking up if their eyelids look like this. We'd have to change their eyelids because if the eyelids are visible, you know, they can't really, it's just not really going to work. It's kind of going to look like his eyes are rolling back. It's not going to look quite right. His legs could be the candle stand, exactly. Or, like I said, I feel like it'd be fun to do like a candelabra, you know, like if he's on a pedestal. That could be fun. So maybe looking, what did someone say? Looking down? Oh, you know what it could be? If he is in fact on like a candelabra candlestick, it could be that he's sort of looking down like a little bit like a fear of heights, you know what I mean? Like a little just a little overwhelmed, looking down and seeing how far away the ground is. I feel like that could be fun. I'm going to have to fix the eyelids, I know that, but I'll kind of show you what I mean, and then you can decide if you like it. Just color in the pupils. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I feel like a lot of people are here. Like sometimes certain people aren't here, and I feel like most of the main people are here right now, so that's exciting. Sorry, I have to fix that. My eraser is like an interminable point of contention because I feel like it's always just kind of disappearing. I think I have no idea what like half of the stuff you said just means. He could be balancing on a candle. Exactly. I'm picturing him like balancing on the candlestick. On the like an ornate silver or gold candelabra. Gold? Guys, it should be gold. Because I feel like our other creatures that are sort of like smoky, wispy related are all like grayish or silverish. Like we have Will-O-Wisp, we have Phoebe and Wisp, who she's like, I don't know, the wisp is gray, and then we also have Ember who's gray. So maybe it would be fun if this candlestick was like gold. I'm just going to fix the eyelids here. But guys, I actually really like that idea. I hope that you guys like it too, because I feel like this would be fun. Not really what we planned, but like, I feel like that happens a lot of times on these lives. Sometimes I have an idea of what I want to draw, and then it just doesn't happen, and it ends up being something like even cooler than I ever thought it would be, because it just depends on who's in the live and like what you guys come up with and what the combination of personalities comes up with. And that's why I think these lives are so much fun. Okay, so maybe more like this. Does that make sense? Sorry, my drawing's kind of off today, you guys. Like, I mean, I like the drawing. I'm just saying my lines are just like feeling a bit shaky. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I just like, I don't know. I have a vision in my head and it just takes a lot more tries. And then other times I just like whoosh across the page and it's perfect. So I think that's kind of more what I was picturing. Then we'll get the eyelids like so. And then I'm going to read. We don't have to keep the nose like this either. That was just my initial thought. But it would be really fun to make like an ornate candelabra. I feel like that's something we could really have fun with. So he could be kind of simple, honestly. All right. Hello, I'm back. Hi. What if they don't know that they're supposed to be on fire, so they're constantly think they're going to burn? Oh, that's so sad, but that's actually pretty good lore. What if you drew his pupils as little teeny flames? So what I could do, which I don't think I can really get across in this drawing, but I could do a reflection of flames in his eyes. You know, like candlelight. Not really flames, but more candlelight I think would be nice. Are my comments shadow banned? No, your comments are here. I'm reading them right now. That's an Ash Nico reference. I just don't know what those, like half the things you said mean. I would love it to be gold to be so. Fleur Beetle dupe. Yes, it really would be. Okay, let's continue. So, eyebrows. I like the eyebrows unless they really have a scowling expression to be kind of surprised and kind of innocent almost. So I start them kind of like halfway through the eyelid instead of bring them all the way in, because that can kind of makes their brow look furrowed. And this, I feel like just kind of, it's softer, you know? He's still like wide-eyed though. I feel like maybe I should even bring this eyelid down a little bit more even. And then, guys, I really want to do lashes. So let's do some fun lashes. Can I do intense lashes? Like, can I just do them? Like, do I have permission from you guys? because I'm feeling like that would just really bring so much. And we could do what we did with Phoebe to keep a visual theme going, where we put the little dots on the end of her eyelashes. I feel like that's fun. Aggression music. Well, that can be helpful sometimes. I make up words when I can't find the right ones. Same. That's relatable. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yay. I'm assuming you guys are saying yes to me making some lashes. And then let's decide what he's wearing. I mean, are we going onesie again? I love onesie. You guys know I love onesie, so that's completely acceptable to me. Wait, should he be bald? Guys, should he be bald? So then his candle wick would be like so. Kind of like just there. And it could be like perfect, like untouched, never been burned. What do we think? Bald. Indeed, alfalfa cut. Another bald one. Yes, also since the bald diva is here and hasn't been here in so long, I feel like that makes sense. Guys, I love. Okay. Who knew? I mean, I like drawing different hairs and fuzzes on characters, so it's kind of funny that we so love to create bald characters, but it just happened. We could do a onesie that's melting. That's a cute idea. We could actually do kind of like a gown. Do you know what I mean? Like a kind of like wrinkly gown. Like it looks wrinkly, but really it's the melting wax. Could be Marilyn's son. Now we're thinking. I can be here now because we're off for Thanksgiving break. So fun. The wig snatch plot can, yeah, literally. Okay, guys. I'm assuming that since he's looking down, he's standing really high up, that he should be kind of cautious. You know, like, I don't want him to be too terrified. I don't know why. I just feel like he's not that terrified. You could make a little flame at the end of the wick. I could. Or even like a little spark, you know, like something like that. And I'm just going to do a little shadow up here. Guys, every time I draw up here, my hand gets like moisturized from the candle wax. Anyway, so I'm going to draw sort of the pedestal that he's on. I might look up a little candlestick reference. Just to see kind of what the general like shape is. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm picturing. Okay. I kind of have like a good vision here of just sort of at least the base of it. So what he's standing on is going to be like kind of ovular. Like so. And then we create sort of like it's like a stand for him to be on. I honestly kind of like this sketch out that I did, so I might follow that a little bit. Because it's kind of like whimsical and... I don't know if that's... Wait, actually. We are gonna follow that kind of vibe. But I just want to make it more like symmetrical, I think. And then I'll look at the comments, but you guys can tell me what you think. Because I think it should be like kind of just ornate. I'm just making up what I consider ornate to look like. And then I can look at the... Okay, something that it has on here is like... It'll have kind of like this they have in the reference. And then we could also do like something of this nature. Like coming out the sides. Like so. And then we continue with the ornate pattern. I could make this a little more symmetrical, but I kind of like that it's like not even. Like I feel like it's kind of more medieval looking. What do you guys think of what's going on here? The little mouth is adorable, thank you. I kind of like it. Like, isn't it kind of perfect actually? No. Can he be wearing a robe that's melting that covers his body and half of the pedestal he's standing on? That's actually quite brilliant. I like that idea. The fire burned all of his hair. Yes, it's like singed. In fact, he could have like the top of his ear could be a little bit singed, just like ever so slightly singed. We could singe, you know, kind of just like shaded a little singedness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's kind of adds something. This is fun. I actually really like this idea. This is kind of what I pictured when we originally were going to do a candle wax person, but this one was already sitting, so it was very different. So yeah, a robe that's melting that covers his body and half of the pedestal. I like that idea. Sort of just robes. It's very whimsical. It's very Dumbledore-ish. It's very, I don't know, it's a bit medieval. I love the pedestal. It looks so whimsical. Thank you. I like it too. I might have to just angle it, you know, straighten it out when I do the final drawing, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. So we can just keep going with it. I'm just going to keep going with it. I'm kind of having fun with it. At this point, I'm not even looking at any reference because I just feel like I'm getting the vibes here. Like, we could even do like one more, like a going downward one. I'm just really having fun with this now. Like this. I like that. And then it can kind of get wider at the bottom since we're going to need to stand it up. You know, like this. And then I think how it would end is like, here, we'll give it just like one more little bits and bobs. And then we'll end with it like so. I mean, guys, like, is that fun or what? I want it to be gold. Wait, I think I might have to sneeze. I think it's the candle wax everywhere. But it's kind of giving. It's kind of adding. Sorry, I'm not really in the chat. I'm trying to make a leather notebook. You know what? That's a pretty good reason to not be in the chat and just be listening because I feel like that's perfect. You're either involved in the chat or you're kind of doing your own thing and just having this live stream on while you're creating something, which is so fun and like truly fills me with such utter joy. That like this is what you would put on while you're creating, that this would inspire you and be, you know, I love that. Except his eyebrows because they're all the way down there. Exactly, his eyebrows are not singed, but they could be slightly singed. I could make that happen. Slightly threatening wisp of flame nearby. I like that. I'm gonna screenshot that comment. I really like the way that was worded. My lemony snicket. He should have a slightly threatening wisp of flame nearby. Yeah, like it's like kind of coming towards him. We can work on that. Oh, the threatening wisp could be another wisp. Like, you know how we have Wisp here, who's like all happy-go-lucky? We could have a threatening wisp. Guys, I'm going to write down threatening wisp. That could be the cohort, a sort of threatening wisp. Not too threatening in like the scary way, but sort of just like he's on his way. Like it's just his job. Fake leather. Thank you for specifying. I appreciate that. Currently eating pizza. So fun. What are you guys' favorite pizza toppings? I have kind of a quirky topping that I like. Pizza for dinner. Ooh, fun. I'm chatting and crocheting my cardigan. That's so whimsical. That's so fairy of you. That's lovely. What color is the cardigan? Like, what is it that you're crocheting? What are the vibes? Someone said, can the wisp's name be Smokey? That could be cute. I actually like that. One of my best friends growing up had a pug named Smokey, who's so cute and lovely. Guys, I'm really enjoying this person. Okay, we have like 15 more minutes left of the live, maybe 20. So I feel like we're in a really good place. He's upon the candlestick. He has a threatening wisp nearby. He's bald. He's a little bit singed. And what we can do is now work on his outfit and sort of decide what his arms are going to be doing. Smokey would be darker than Wisp and give the same expression as October Mulligan. Yes, kind of like appalled. I feel like that's how October Mulligan looks, like a little bit shell-shocked and appalled. It's a navy blue cardigan with a star button that I sculpted. That is so lovely. I love that. It kind of sounds a little bit like the Coraline cardigan. Should I do, guys, what do you honestly think? Truly and honestly, I know you already said yes, I could do lashes, but do you think this person would have lashes? Do you think he needs lashes? Because you know what could be kind of fun is if they're kind of stubby because they've been like singed off. And I want to make long, fun lashes, but wouldn't it be kind of cute if they were like kind of stubby like this? Because they've been singed off. I don't know. I want to make long, wispy ones, but I feel like it wouldn't make sense with the lore if he's kind of like, you know? I feel like this would make more sense. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, let's start thinking about the outfit. So I kind of like the idea. There's two ways we could go with it. We're either going to go with someone who's like, has a crisp onesie on, or kind of like a wrinkly pajama that looks like it's kind of, I don't know, like cascading. So what I'm thinking is, let's decide first and foremost what he's doing with his arms, because that is going to inform how I draw the outfit. So I think we will either put his arms behind him, which is kind of what a lot of characters that I draw in this pose have, because it just kind of works. Or he could have his arms crossed. I feel like that could be good. Or, let me think. He could be holding something. I just don't know what he would be holding. So I kind of like his arms just kind of being behind, because first of all, it's kind of shy. It's kind of like coy and shy, which he's kind of perturbed. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's just a little bit disturbed about being this high up. So I feel like it would make sense that he has his arms behind his back like this. It's just kind of cautious. Arms behind back. Okay, yeah, I think that's cute. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I think turtleneck, because, I don't know, that's just what it's giving to me. And then we would kind of have the outfit be like wrinkling, especially around the feet, like socks. Like this, you know? So it'd be kind of like elegantly flowing and then wrinkling at certain points. Hope I can pull this off. You know? Like that. I don't know if it would be robes necessarily, or if it would be like, wait, I don't like it up here. Or if it would be like pajamas. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm picturing the wrinkliness happening like more by his feet, like how socks are wrinkly, like sort of bunched up. What do you guys think? I feel like those arms that cartoon characters have when they get covered. Yes, when they get covered in something sticky. That's kind of what he looks like. Like he's just nervous. He doesn't want to get slimed. Like I really want to see him in a robe. Okay, what kind of robe are you picturing? Are we talking wizarding robes, or are we talking like bathrobe? Feeling really sleepy. It's okay. We're almost done with the live stream. So you kind of get the vibes of the creature. And then tomorrow you'll see the final product. And you'll also see the creature I'm still yet to post tonight. My green bean character, which is for my Harvest series. Bye. Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Long bedtime robes. Are you talking about like a medieval, like a person that has like a long pointed like hat and they're like holding a candelabra to like wander about the castle? Are we talking about those types of robes? Slight forehead lines. Okay, like kind of like furrowed brow. Like this. Wait, I kind of like it. He could then have these, like if he's old, but actually I don't know if I like that. T-posing arms that are slightly bent. I'm kind of struggling to picture exactly what that looks like. Wrinkles, that looks like he's melting. Oh, that's a good... Oh, that person says get rid of the lines. Wait, I need you guys to tell me if you like the lines or not. Oh, okay, 2 opinions. Loves the forehead lines, hates the forehead lines. I kind of like them. And what I will say is when I do finish the final product, I won't put them in black like everything else. They'll be, you know, tonally appropriate. So it won't be as obvious, you know, if you guys want that. I just don't... Here's the thing. If I put him in robes and we can't see the outline of his legs, I just feel like he's going to look too much like a glob. And I still want to be able to see his body pose because I do like it. So I think for one thing, whatever he wears, it'll be long sleeves. So we'll just get rid of those lines. We don't have to do a turtleneck either. Could be something else. Let's see what you guys are saying. I love the lines. Okay, make it look like he's melting. All right, I just don't know exactly how to do that. I have the wrinkly socks down here, which I do think helps the melting look. But I don't really know, you guys. I'm a little stumped, honestly, on how to kind of make this work. He could, wait. Okay, let's really think about this. He would be wearing, he's just going to have a normal neckline. I think it should just be singular like that. I still think a onesie would be adorable, but if you don't want it, that would be fine. I think the onesie makes the most sense only because then we can see his whole outfit. You know? Could have little buttons on his shoes, or maybe not buttons, but I'm trying to think of a way to make it look like medievally because I really like the candelabra. And so I feel like he should have something medieval about him too. Now, I'm going to look up, I'm just going to look up a reference. For like that sleeping robe kind of look. Because I know what you're saying. It's not really coming across. Okay, you know what we could do? Now that I'm sort of seeing a reference, we could do some sort of like laciness. I feel like that would kind of bring together the medieval thing. You know, like even just a little bit of that, I feel like kind of helps. Maybe a line on the sock kind of brings that out. And then we could do like kind of like lacy stripes. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys, but I just feel like he needs to feel like the candlestick. And so I'm thinking some kind of messy stripes that are almost like lacy. And then they go down into the melting onesie at the bottom. Do you kind of see the vision of what I'm seeing? It's kind of niche, honestly. I don't know if you guys are going to like that. But I think it's kind of fun. And then what we would do for these sort of lacy stripes is like, if he's a candle, his outfit's probably going to be like off-white, ivory. So it would just be like 2 different shades of white. It wouldn't be that abrupt. Love the lacy stripes. Oh my gosh, thank you. When it comes to this creature's arms, I picture them to be posed like a stereotypical ghost arms, elbows bent and hands open at their sides. Okay, I see what you're saying. But I honestly don't feel like it fits the candelabra look. I don't know. I just feel like he needs to have something medieval kind of, and I kind of like this. Eats creature. Hey! Does he look edible? Is it sort of, because it's a kind of like frosting-y? Is that what it is? So do you guys like the note? Oh, guys, honestly, I feel like this is really coming together. I really like this at the top. I think that works. I think I like his nose. I just like the way he looks because he's really is like straight up. And I think that's why I don't want to change the arms, just because I really feel like he looks like the candle. So yeah. He could be holding flames on both hands, which are making him melt even more. What do you guys think of that idea? And also, since we're almost done with the live stream, this is what we still have. These are the orders of business. Should I turn the wisp into an actual creature like a cohort, or should I just leave it as is and not have a cohort? Because the thing is, he's not on fire. So when there's a wisp, that means there's smoke. And there's not really smoke here because he's not actually on fire. Everybody say yes to Bob. Well, I just said it. He could be holding flames. Oh, wait, I already read that one. 2 more thingy-majigs sticking out like Lumiere. Yes, we could do, but I also don't really want to copy Lumiere. I feel like this is very much like his own thing. And I like the lacy stripes, and I like him. Now, is there anything we should do for hair? Like, I know he's bald, and I'm giving him just a little bit of shading here just to kind of give some dimension. Maybe we could also sort of, I'm just going to sort of ombre this so that it's not as harsh. I love him. Okay, guys, it's time to decide, since we don't have much time left, because I do have to go because it's almost been an hour. I like the pose right now on the costume. Thank you. He looks like he could be related to Gordon. Yeah, he kind of does. Honestly, Gordon has a really, really large head, though. So I feel like if you saw them next to each other, not really. Also, his nose is long. And Gordon only has, like, pretty much his little nostrils because he's kind of like a jack-o'-lantern vibes. Same barber. That's a hilarious comment. That's really a hilarious comment. Okay, you guys. Let's decide if the wisp should be a creature and what this person's name should be. I liked Waxton. It's like Braxton, but Waxton. So I'll start writing down some name ideas. Waxton. You know what would also be fun? To do something like really like medieval kind of sounding. Like Waxtonworthy or something. You know what I mean? Like Waxworthy. I like Waxworth. What about Waxworth? That really sounds like someone's butler, doesn't it? Like, come along, Waxworth. You have a job to do. Braxton Theodore Waxtonworth. Exactly. I mean, that's, honestly, Theodore is kind of good. But I kind of like Waxworth. I feel like that clicks. How about Tot can be Gordon's adopted son? Tater Tot? That's a good idea. Waxworth Plotkin. Could he be a Plotkin? Oh, wait, Waxton the Third. I like the third. Guys, I like the third. I think we should put the third. I think the third is a yes, because that means there are 2 more. That means there are 2 more of these characters that are even more elderly, which gives us lore. Family vibes lore. So I like the third. I think, or Meltworth, because he's melting. I prefer Waxton. Okay, guys, for Waxton, I can't think of emojis other than the candle emoji. Tell me if you like Waxton or Waxworth better. I think I like Waxworth more just because it sounds more, it just sounds more, I don't know, kind of pretentiously medieval, which I like. What about Waxworthington? Like really taking it there, like Waxworthington the Third. Oh my gosh, wait, I have an idea. What about Waxley? Waxley Worthington the Third. Waxley Worthington. I just feel like that's fun. You know, he can reside in the castle with all the other royals. You know how we have, you know, Princess Penelope, Petunia Gonzalez Pinkerton III. We have a couple of other princesses, like we have Queen Beverly. We have some other royalties. And then we also have Radicus Pinkerton, who is carrying the candlestick. And this could be like one of the candlesticks that resides in the castle. And I feel like if that's the case, then he should have kind of an intricate name. The other Waxtons melted. Oh, that's so sad. Waxworth. Thank you for the candle emoji. I really appreciate that. Waxworth. Waxley Worthington III is by far my favorite. And you guys, to who's saying Waxworth, that can be his nickname because he's Waxley Worthington III and he can go by Waxworth for short. I'm going to write that down. Waxworth. Guys, I love it. Dare I say this is one of my favorites? He looks like he'd work at a circus for some reason. Thank you. I'm taking that as a compliment. Guys, I think we might be done. And it's so accurate that there's candle wax right here. I really, truly did not do that on purpose, obviously. But I just feel like it adds so much. So I think he's done. This live has gone by really fast. I feel like we've had a really, really fun live stream. I'm very, very excited to finalize this creature. Does anyone have any ideas for colors? Because for right now, I'm really thinking his candlestick will be gold. His outfit will be like ivories and white, kind of off-white and ivory. I'm not sure about his skin tone yet. But I think maybe a little bit, not necessarily pale, but sort of like dull, because he isn't lit by the warmth yet. And he's also kind of like anxious and nervous. So I feel like that would be kind of a good color scheme. Maybe I'll take some sort of tone from the gold and bring that to him and then sort of dull that color down a little bit. So something in that vibe. I feel like silver would work quite well for the stand thing. Yeah, it's either going to be silver or gold. I picture it being gold just because I feel like that's a really classic candle look. So yeah, I think that would be perfect. Also, a dirty rose would seem like quite nice for the skin tone. Yes, I agree. Like a dusty rose, like what's that word called? Not dusty rose. I can't think of the word now, but you guys, I'll do a little bit of blush on him as well. Okay, guys, I think we are done, actually. This is our final sketch for this creature, Waxley Worthington III. He lives in the palace with the other royals. His name is Waxworth for short. That's his nickname. Guys, I love this. I'm so happy. This was such a fun live stream. This went by so quickly, and it's been so much fun. So later today, I'm posting my next November creature. I'm posting not right after this live, but later tonight. And then tomorrow, I will post this finalized creature all colored in. As usual, we're continuing with my November series. I will let you guys know when stickers are available, but if you're interested in shirts, they're already up on my website, and I love them. I went through several different samples to get to the perfect one, so I'm very, very proud of them. And I will also see you next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our next cozy live stream creature. I'm just going to read the comments really quick before we go. Off-white, like an ivory color, and his eyes could be one yellow and one brown. That could be nice. I might do that, a little heterochromia. You said mitochondria, but I think what you mean is heterochromia. November felt like a filler episode in life or in the creature world, because I feel like it's been fun. But you guys, the creatures for December are gonna go so unbelievably hard. They're so fun, and I'm just so excited to share them. In life. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's a little in between, but it's been really fun, and I'm so excited to share my next creatures with you, my December creatures, and later today, like I said, a green bean inspired character is coming. I cannot wait to share this creature tomorrow, you guys. It's so fun. Okay, guys, no, I meant mitochondria. Okay, that's hilarious. You guys, I have to go because we've been on here for about an hour, but thank you so much for joining. I always have so much fun on these live streams, and you guys make them so much fun, and you guys have been making the Creature Nation just the best, most fun, lovely place to hang out. We actually just reached 6,000 subscribers yesterday, so that was really exciting. So thank you so much. There's so much to come. I can't wait to see you next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and literally every day other than that. I'll talk more about merchandise soon, because I kind of soft launched it. I never posted a video about it, but yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Is that okay? That's fun. Okay. I bid you farewell until the next half of a fortnight. Exactly. And on that note, I will see you guys next week and later today and tomorrow. Anyways, I always have trouble ending these live streams, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, guys.